Welcome back to Zoned Out, everybody. My name is Sarah.
I'm Ashley.
And this is take 2 of us trying to film last week's podcast.
Zoned Out.
Yes. And that's it. Thanks
That's it.
for filming the podcast.
Alrighty, do you want to start off with what happened last week?
According to Ashley's notes here, last filming day was a bust.
It was.
It was indeed a bust. It was us trying to have too much energy and not enough of it.
Yeah. It was Sarah opened. No, that's a lie.
No.
You didn't open for the first time last week. Did I open?
You had opened.
Yes. What were you doing?
I think I was off.
I think we just got carried away doing stuff. I think I was running my errands.
Oh, we had gone out to go run errands, yeah.
Yes.
Like we ate and then we came back and we were tired.
Oh yeah, I was like, because we were sitting there at Cane's, and I was like, we should probably get going. It's getting pretty late. Pretty late. It was like 1 p.m.
Yeah, we were like, we still have to film. Like, I have to do laundry. Blah, 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 blah.
And so we filmed, and we were very tired, and it was not good.
Yeah.
But now we're here again, and Sarah is still tired.
I'm not feeling good today. My allergies are kicking my butt.
Yes.
And last time I had allergies, it was COVID. So I'm stressing a little bit, but I'm like, sure it's just allergies this time. But because last time I was like, it's just my allergies. And then it turned out to be COVID. I was like,
I think last time was a lot worse, wasn't it?
yeah, I'm just congested right now. Like, I feel it. I know I don't sound congested, but I definitely feel it in my ears and my nose and the back of my throat. I'm feeling great. And like yesterday I was fine. Today is just, I don't know. It's like coming and going, so.
It doesn't help that.
And then I go sit outside for like 2 hours to read, so that's probably not helping me at all.
No, not at all. I feel like you just had allergies too. I thought allergies was like.
I feel like you just had
She's like, I thought you already suffered from that.
Don't people just have like their allergy season or something?
Mine's year round.
Oh damn. I don't think it helps that Chaos is here either.
Oh no, but I love cats. Especially the aggressive ones.
Oh my god. Can we talk about how Sarah came into my house?
I just walked in. I moseyed right. I was like, I wonder if the door's unlocked. And it was unlocked.
What is he doing?
Playing with the fish. I don't know. What was he doing?
He's digging into the food bag.
I'm hungry.
He's hungry. I had food out for him, but Sandy ate it. Sorry guys, I got sidetracked. Yeah, she walked into my house. And she was like, why don't you keep the door locked? And I was like, why do you just walk into people's houses?
I figured we were close enough. I expect the same from you.
That makes me too nervous. Sorry,
We're
guys.
close enough to where I'd be like, Ashley, what the fuck are you doing? And you'd be like, I'm just here.
You're not wrong.
I would do that to Skylar. Skylar would 100% do that to me.
Oh, yeah, you're not wrong.
My friends do that. Like, they were in town 2 weeks ago now. And my guy friends, they just walked right into my house.
Didn't they invite themselves over?
Yes, they invited themselves over and then walked into my house. Right, Kib?
Yes.
Kirby had to make breakfast for them.
Yes.
Well, I was making breakfast for like the family, and then the other family started inviting themselves over, and I was like,
Kirby goes, they sigh. After I was like, no, they're on their way right now. Kirby's like, give me 4 more potatoes because my boys are coming over now.
my sons, I guess.
Also, my younger sibling, I almost said our younger sibling Kirby's here. My younger sibling Kirby is over there.
I
Yes.
want to go get coffee.
Go get coffee. You should go to Mojo's.
Kirby?
I love Mojo.
I've never had
Really?
Mojo's.
So good, you want to do
Yes, please.
High five.
She doesn't understand.
We'll be more talkative once Kirby leaves.
Great.
Ow!
I thought she was saying, they were saying bye to Chaos.
Bye, Chaos!
Chaos is in the box.
Bye, Sandy.
You're leaving?
Sandy looks so sad.
I'm sorry, I'll be back.
She's
She lives down.
Look at her.
No! Not allowed out.
There's a wasp in here.
No way.
Not yet.
You know, this feels like a George problem.
It does. Anyways,
Before we were rudely interrupted by the wasp. Yeah, I just walked right in. And you know,
Ashley, did you want anything?
no, I'm good, thank you. Anyways, If that wasp stings me, I'm gonna cry. Did I tell you the story? Sandy, you can't be on the couch. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, you don't fit. I know. Anyways, what were you gonna tell me?
I supposedly threw a wasp at George.
Oh yes, you told us that. And then you're like,
I was just
Listen.
defending myself. I threw
if
a
he wasn't
blanket-
gonna do it,
She's still gonna try.
okay, you can say, okay, fine.
Sandy, stop looking the hole. They don't like that.
Okay, Sandy wants to be.
Sandy, come here. Sandy!
You want me to show you how to inspect a page, Sandy? Let me show you.
Back to our regularly scheduled program.
All of the distractions are gone.
Yes. So what happened was a wasp was in our room and I freaked out and the wasp started flying, and to protect myself I threw a blanket over it. So, but instead of the blanket covering it, it just moved it over towards closer to George, and it landed on his neck and it stung him.
Listen, I don't think that's throwing a wasp at him. I think he's being a big bee.
Exactly. So I didn't throw a wasp at him.
Yeah. Anyways.
Besides the wasp thing, I really thought I locked my door.
You're like, anyways, a
yeah.
different story. I really thought my door was locked today.
Yeah. I did think my door was locked. As long as it stays behind there, I don't care. Anyways.
No, you didn't. I was like, I wonder if her door's locked. And I just opened it and I was like, it wasn't locked.
I was a little caught off guard.
I wonder if I was a robber.
I would have found something different.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. But yes, so last week was bust. We're still a little slow trying to get back into it right now, as you can tell.
Yes.
But I'm sure as this goes on, we will get the vibes. So tell me about your brother's last day of school.
God. So apparently my brother has been attending school. So with him not really attending school, he didn't take his finals. There was a few finals he didn't take, and they were like filled in as zeros for like the semester, like the exam or whatever. And in one of his classes he has like a 7. And so I was like, God damn it. And so they called my mom and they made her think they wanted to talk to her and stuff like that, but they didn't. It was
Better him than us. He can take it. What if he eats it?
okay. Anyways,
Chaos thing.
Did you get stung? Anyways, guys, so they made her think that they wanted to talk to her, so we went there, and they were like, oh no, you just have to sign up for summer school classes online.
Oh, what grade is he in?
He's a junior.
I never understood those people.
Did you get stung?
I think karma's here for you.
Oh no. So yeah, that's all they told us. They're like, yep, just go to the link that we sent you and just sign them up for summer school.
There's a wasp right behind us.
I'm so scared.
This is maybe from my house.
Yeah, I didn't realize how many distractions I had. I thought it was only chaos.
And that was another thing, was we were trying to film and Chaos was very curious about our setup. He kept trying to chew on things. We're like, Chaos, no, and then Sandy would go and bug him and he'd get mad, and we're just like,
We had enough. We were tired and angry.
I went home and took a 4-hour nap.
Jesus.
I was tired. I didn't take a nap at all yesterday.
Really?
Yeah, I opened yesterday, I didn't take a nap. I took an hour nap. And then I went to sleep at midnight.
Oh yeah, you never open either. Yesterday was Sarah. Tell us how you open.
Oh my god.
How did that go?
I thought that, okay, first of all, I was supposed to open at our store. And then I got sent to a different store to go help out because someone over there got called out sick. So I go help out over there. And I was like, I don't know how to open. I've never opened before, whatever. And so they were like, oh yeah, this is how you do it. Just focus on this. And so I opened up the warming area. And it wasn't that bad. I found a lot of food that was going out, that had gone out, that the shipped and shipped for. I was like, That's disgusting. Like even in the back fridge, there's just like
Really?
yeah, like paninis and boxes and stuff.
They're
Like still in the green totes. Yeah. Well, because
That-
like their RTD fridge is broken right now.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So it's just like, and then I get there and like there's like a pile of trash by the back door.
Really?
I was like, and then so I opened that, and then like I end up having to do like drive-through by myself, like the first like 2 hours of peak. And then like this one girl got there at 6, and she was like, I hope they don't kick me off bar, and I was just like, and they kicked me off bar.
Yeah.
One cafe bar. She was so behind. And then, but yeah, I was on drive-through by myself. I did really good. And then I ended up doing, when the 8 a.m. person got there, I did the window, which was nice because I was like half asleep and I was like super hyper. Because you know how like when I'm half asleep I get like really, really hyper?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there was that. But yeah, and then I was leaving. I was like, sorry if I did really bad. Like I like never opened. She's like, no, you did really good. Like warming looks really good. Like pastry case looks really good. Like you did really good for like your first time opening. Blah blah blah. I think so. And
We
then
came back to our store to finish training.
yeah, so it was interesting. Everyone over there was super slow though. And I was like, what the fuck is this? I was like, what the? There was like no system either.
Really?
Like peak hit and no one was prepared.
How did they react to that?
Stressed.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Like 2 people showed up and like there was like 4 people at bar at one point.
Yeah. Well, sucks to suck. Anyways.
Moving on.
Yes.
But yeah, I like got home, I worked out, I turned in a project that's due tomorrow for school. I read my book. I'm like halfway done with it. It's the last book of the series.
I still have yet to read. I've bought 2 books and still have yet to read them. I'm always like, I want to read. But I never do.
Tell them why you won't read one of the books.
Cause it's okay, so when I bought the first book, it was around Christmas time, so it is like a Christmas time book. And it is summer. It is currently May 26th, and I feel like it's wrong to read a Christmas book during this time because it just doesn't feel right. I feel like I won't be able to get into it. Like it's gonna be cold in the book because it's winter, but it's, I don't know.
Your logic is funny.
Huh?
Your logic was funny for that.
I don't know. I feel like I can't get into it. Like we're basically like almost in the 4th of July, and I don't want to read a Christmas book.
You know, that's
Maybe in the fall I'll read it because it'll get me excited for Christmas. But
people are so weird. You ever think about that? Like how people like me, my favorite holiday is Halloween. I love Halloween. October's my favorite month of the entire year. But like Christmas, it's just another corporate holiday and I don't care.
isn't Halloween too? It's not. I think all holidays are corporate holidays.
They are, especially in this country.
Yes.
Like it's very much like things happen like Valentine's Day. I hate Valentine's Day. Partially because every year for the past like 2 years I've been single. Like I've been in relationships and then I've been broken up with them by like November.
It's funny because when you mentioned that like you're usually with your boyfriends like for your birthday, but when it comes time for their birthday you're not with them anymore.
I think it's kind of funny. It's not even like I try to do it that way. It's just how it's been working out the last 2 times. So
It's kind of funny though.
it's really funny. Sorry guys.
Are you?
I'm partially. I feel bad. I feel like a bitch for doing that. I mean, I did get one of them a birthday present,
That's true.
so he can suck it up, buttercup. Come on. Ugh.
Any other holiday you hate?
I used to hate Thanksgiving, and now I appreciate the amount of food I eat. I used to hate it because of leftovers. And it feels like a weird holiday to celebrate.
Yeah. in my family, we always like sometime halfway celebrated, only because like so there'd be days like sometimes we'd go over to like my tia's house and she'd be like cooking or whatever, but
Yeah.
it wasn't like a whole bunch of family getting together.
Yeah. I get that. No, like, what else? What else do I eat? I absolutely love Christmas. Oh, no, wait, pause. No.
You don't like Christmas. You
I
just
like
said you
Christmas.
hated it.
I only like Christmas. I like looking at the presents. I like looking at the presents under the tree, and I like shaking the things that I got, and I like trying to figure out what I got. I'm a very impatient person, and I need to know what I got. Like, I just need to know. So
how do you wait for so long then?
I don't. It kills me. It kills me to have to wait. And then I always talk my family into letting me open at least one present.
Damn, dude.
Because I can't wait. Like, there was one year I had been begging for a record player. Like, I was like, I want a record player. And I like saw a box, and then there was another box, literally the shape of like a record. I was like, that has to be it. Like, this has to be the thing I've been asking for. So no, because I have a record player and I have my records. And so like, when they're like, okay, Sarah, like you can open a present, like just one present though. I was like, okay, I want to open the record looking one. Hannah looked at it. She, you have to open it from this way. I was like, okay. So I open it.
How did she remember?
It was a fucking Peppa the Pig calendar. And I was like,
tricked you.
oh no, but behind the thing
Oh my
was the
God.
record, like a record. So I got my record player, and I got an American Teen by Khalid. But my sister wanted to trick me, so she also got me a Peppa the Pig calendar, because she knows I was like obsessed with Peppa the Pig at the time, because I like the memes that go with it.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that was the only,
It
like, I
was
never
around
watched the
that
show.
time?
Yeah. I had never watched the show before. I was obsessed with the memes. Like, my favorite one was like, I can't whistle. And the girl was like, this is how you whistle. You just put your lips together and blow. And then it's like this. And then she's hanging with the phone. And for at least a year, my Twitter AV was Peppa the Pig hanging up the phone on her girlfriend. Because I was obsessed with it. Like, I absolutely loved the Peppa the Pig memes.
There were so many memes that came out of Peppa Pig.
Exactly, they were, and they
my
were so good
God.
because it was just her being petty as hell, like a little baby pig, petty as hell.
I
Fun
just
fact: the girl that plays Peppa the Pig was on The Haunting of Bly Manor. She was the daughter.
Really?
Yeah. I was like, that's creepy because she played a little creepy kid.
I think the stories of like these kids only being able to talk in like an English accent is so funny to me.
Oh, because they only grew.
they only watch Peppa Pig.
Tell me, you have like you cannot sit here and tell me Peppa the Pig is the English version of Olivia the Pig.
What is that?
You don't know what Olivia is?
No.
Olivia.
Olivia, I know the song Olivia by One Direction.
No, this one.
Oh, that one. Yeah, I know that one. I didn't know her name. I know what meme you're talking about.
No, that's what you made me feel right there.
That you're trying to reference another meme. There we go with the yawning again.
Yeah, this was literally my profile picture for a solid year on Twitter.
I don't doubt it, Sarah. Was that in like 2019?
Something like that. I fucking love this. It was so. I saw it. I literally watched that video and could not stop laughing for 5 minutes. I was obsessed with
I
it.
thought you were talking about like the memes of like Peppa, what are you doing? And
In
like
my house.
yeah.
Me and one of the guys at work joke about that. We were like, Peppa, what are you doing here? Oh my god, Peppa, why you burned the coffee?
Oh my god.
Goodness, no, but yeah. So
That's crazy.
I know. Oh yeah.
Carrie's back. That's how I knew y'all were here, and then I didn't think y'all were gonna open the door.
I was like, no, I should knock, and I was like, I don't feel like it.
Should have rang the little bell up there.
I thought about that too, and I just was like, no, my brain just wants to walk in. But I'm trying to think. No, but yeah. So, in other news, I might move out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I was thinking about a way I could phrase this, and the way I was like, you're gonna have to get this part out, like how I could not be like so so that we don't get in trouble. I was like, you know who finds out about
yeah.
it? And so like, I was like, how do I was like, oh, I'm just moving out with a friend.
Yeah.
So yeah, but we were looking at these like income-based apartments, and Kibby!
Sandy's back.
Sandy's like, I'm back too. I like how Kirby just walked in too. Thanks. What is it?
Milky Way. It's like mocha and caramel.
Is it good?
Oh, that's really good. Suddenly, I don't have allergies anymore. I'd give you some butter on my house.
No!
Oh, it's so bad.
Sandy's like, well, let me have some of yours then. And give me any of yours. Okay.
What was I saying?
You're moving out with a friend.
Oh yeah, so moving on to friends. We're looking at income-based apartments, and then I got you a gift.
A Mojo stamp
Oh,
card.
I forgot mine in my mom's car.
Yes. But yeah, I was like, we were looking, like, literally applied everything, did like, went through the process, and then the lady was like,
Sandy.
first of
You're
all,
outside.
the lady that was doing her paperwork with us, every time she would like look through something, she was just, I'm like, please stop.
She thought you were calling
irking me.
Okay, guys, pause. I have to take her outside. Okay.
I don't know. But yeah, so she was like looking over the paperwork. The girl that I'm moving in with wrote her thing all in purple ink.
You know, I saw that while we were sitting in Kane, but I'm like, maybe they won't say anything.
That's why I was like, okay, whatever. Like, I guess we're just whatever color we like. Close your eyes, pick one. So yeah, she looks at it and she's like, "Did you do this all in purple ink?" And my friend is like, she's like, "Yes, I did." And the girl was like,
I miss her so much.
the girl was like, the lady that's helping us out was like, "Yeah, you're gonna have to redo this entire thing." And so yeah, and so like she was looking at our paperwork and she's like, "You guys make like right at the max amount like that we can have here." And I was like, okay.
And still no.
And so like she's like, we can go through the process, but like I can't guarantee that like they'll accept it. Like the worst thing they're gonna do is like they'll send it off to like the property managers, and then they're just gonna hold it off until like the wasp moved behind here, and then Chaos was trying to eat it.
And then got scared. So he ran away.
Y'all are too distracted.
So true, Kib. Thank you.
Anyways, continue.
But she was like, yeah, they're gonna hold it off and then like wait to see if y'all get any bonuses or anything, and then see like that, like just kind of like wait us out basically to see like if we make more.
No, you get paid time and a half on Memorial Day, so.
Like yeah, so so we get a call right after saying how we make 1,000 over the limit now. So we're looking at other places. But that's fine because like I was like, what if the apartments are ugly? And I need more space if we're gonna have a Halloween party.
You're just so excited for the Halloween party.
We are so excited for we both like been talking about
I
it.
didn't
Like
think you're that serious.
No,
but
I-
you did say your favorite.
I absolutely love Halloween. Before I got COVID, because I got COVID like during like week of Halloween. I think I cried that day because I couldn't celebrate, and I was looking forward so much to like dressing up as like Raven from
Oh
Teen
yeah.
Titans. And then Homeboy was gonna be Beast Boy.
You know, I'm glad that he didn't dress up as Beast Boy because I love Beast Boy.
He would've spoiled it.
Yeah.
But yeah, now I think I'm gonna be Katara from Avatar. My friends are like, "You look good in blue." My guy friends were like, "You look like Katara. You should be Katara for Halloween." I was like, "Thanks, guys."
Thanks.
They're so supportive.
I think you should do half of you, Katara, and half of you.
Or what I could do is I could dress up as Katara, and then halfway through that I would change and be
I
Raven.
think it would be funnier. if
I'm
you-
not doing that.
Why?
No,
you could
that's-
do like a one-man show. Except a crossover episode.
At that point, it should just be BoJack Horseman. Be like, no, Mr. Peanut Butter from BoJack Horseman. Be like, what is this? A crossover episode?
Like a baby.
Kirby is entertaining chaos right now.
That's another point that Ashley made because we didn't write a script. We had written a script because our original plan, because like the videos we watched before this have all been pre-recorded.
Yeah.
So everything up to like now basically is even like before, like when you watch this video we'll probably have more pre-recorded videos.
Yeah.
But everything's all been pre-recorded. So like we've been like, okay, like after the Austin episode that y'all are gonna watch, we started like pre-recording everything else, and then we were sat down to. We took 2 weeks off basically, like after the Austin episode, because like we just got busy, and so all that was another thing that held us back from like filming last week was what happened? Like we had taken too much of a break and didn't write like a script because we do like basically like stuff we did that way, like we had like a baseline to go off of. But last week, just because we didn't have a script or anything, also kind of threw us off. So
I also took a week vacation. We were supposed to film a video, but we didn't.
it was so funny because she asked me, she's like, "Do you have anything planned?" I was like, "I don't think so." And then I texted her like 2 hours later. I was like, "We were."
That was another time because I went 2 times.
Because we both were like, "Do we have?" No, we don't have anything.
That was Easter Day, anyways.
Yeah.
So I feel like you would have gotten busy. Really?
Did we do anything for Easter?
We had Easter baskets, right?
Kirby and I were fighting at the time.
Oh yeah.
Catholics.
Yeah. I'm not Catholic.
I'm not either.
I haven't been for years.
We talked about this.
Ever since my communion, I haven't been for years.
I didn't even get confirmed. In the Catholic eyes, I'm going to hell. And that's just life.
Anyways.
It's true.
Your fault.
For Easter I was in Mexico, so. But for the week we were gone, I wanted to do a video where Sarah does a week in her life and I do a week of my life on vacation.
I literally even got like a car mount for it. No, I got a car mount because of it, so that in case that happens
Then
again,
we should do it.
Yeah.
We should just do it then.
that could be like that could be the episode that
The next
we're gonna
one, yeah. But what's it called?
We'd have 2 videos out of that.
Yeah. We could still do the other video that we had planned to. But anyways, I wanted to title it Me and Sarah. What do I want to title it? Me and Sarah 1,000 miles apart, or how we spend our life 1,000 miles apart.
Something
It's
like
only
that.
100, but I wanted to be dramatic.
I know. She's like, we should say millions of miles apart. I was like, shut up, Ashley. This kind of tastes like a waffle cone. Should I guess?
That's good. I think the last time I went to Mojo's is when I made you Tima cry. It was back in the early relationship part of her, the early part of her relationship, and I was like, Tima, no, and she cried.
That's all it took.
I was kind of mean about it, but for a good reason.
I mean, yeah. What else? No, but yeah. No, but no, like after 2 weeks ago. No, last Tuesday. I've just been vibing. I've been in a really good place since last Tuesday.
I don't remember what I did last Tuesday.
Well, last Tuesday was my Cane's thing.
That was last Tuesday. I feel like it's been 2 weeks since that happened.
Been 2 weeks? No, wait, it has been 2 weeks.
Okay, because I was like,
no, wait, yeah.
Because
Because we went the week after, that's what happened.
hold on, I have to look at a calendar, guys. So,
Because we went.
I was off this day. I don't know why this day felt like forever. I was off this day. I was on vacation this week.
We went here. Yeah, so
No.
it was last week.
Why does that feel like so long ago?
I don't know.
Damn.
Yeah, because I worked like 6 days this week.
Yeah, and I was off this whole week.
Yeah, we went that day. And then this day he was like, hi.
And then we went, so it was like Thursday then, I think. Excuse you.
Sorry.
Or it was Wednesday. All I remember is that I opened.
Yeah, and then we were like, let's hang out.
And we got Cane's again. Crazy.
Yeah, but ever since like I don't know, I just kind of feel at peace with it. Like I feel like that was closure that I needed with the situation,
Yeah.
and I've just been chilling doing my own thing. I feel like I'm in a lot
That's what it is.
better mindset. Yeah,
Because now you finally let go.
Yeah.
Like 100%.
like I was talking to someone at work about it, and I was just like, you know, like he like was just like, "This is just not gonna work out this time." And I like felt like I knew it was coming. Like
Yeah.
I told you, like I had a feeling.
Yeah. Even with like the whole like almost like hyping it up, it was like it. In a way, I also like really couldn't see y'all getting back together. To after y'all have been apart for so long, I couldn't see it.
But he said that, and I literally felt something in my entire body. Like it started here and spread everywhere, just burning. Like, you know when you get like chills, like cold chills, like when you're like on a date and you get butterflies and everything? It felt like the exact opposite of that. It's
like
all
heartbreak.
over my body. I guess. I guess. But, yeah.
Damn.
And then I cried for what, like 2-3 hours? And then I got
Yeah.
books and I was cool.
All you needed was books.
No, literally. And I've been like reading, like I've been trying to like, I've been the best at staying off my phone, but I've been doing better about it. And I'm not like waiting for people to text me anymore.
That's good.
Basically, my next boyfriend will look like Milo Ventimiglia, but
I didn't see a picture of him. Let me pull that
oh,
up.
me and my mom agree, he's very attractive.
I like how Skylar was like, well, I mean, he looks like Keanu Reeves to me.
I think Milo Ventimiglia is a very attractive man. Milo, if you're watching this,
I just,
my mother will make herself single for you. She. I love my stepdad. He will always and forever be my dad. But my mom, the way she was looking at him yesterday,
he's knocking on something. Anyways. I probably find white men attractive.
I know you don't. But I
Harry Styles.
do.
Harry Styles is the only white man I find attractive.
Now, Horn?
Forgot about him. In like 2013.
Yeah.
Well, lie. It was up until One Direction went their own ways. And I just kind of followed Harry instead of Niall. Sorry, Niall. You'll forever be my...
Oh, Harry was the one that had a career. Like,
Yes, he had a little bit more of a successful career than the rest of the boys did. I just couldn't get in, like, Niall's music just wasn't what I was really into.
I like how Harry's music is depressing yet it's still vibey.
Upbeat. And he said something about that. He's like, you could be talking about, like, or I'm talking about, like, the worst situation in my life. And people are just dancing to it.
As it was. Look at as it was. I vibed to it so hard. Like, it's just like...
Exactly.
Have you seen the comparisons to music at a sushi restaurant? Or sushi...
And Ant Farm.
Yes.
Yes. No, there. I saw this one TikTok, and this lady was like, if you're comparing like music at a sushi restaurant to Ant Farm, you're too young to be listening to Harry Styles. I'm like, I think if you're not, you're too old. Sorry, but like,
Yeah. No, because I'm 22 years old.
literally, it was just Ant Farm was something we all kind of just collectively
Yeah.
grew up watching, and like it was usually like it makes sense, like, because everyone that watched Ant Farm is like grown up.
Yeah. Yeah.
But as I was gonna say is Niall will forever be my first love, but Harry, I just have to follow Harry.
So true. Kirby, what are your thoughts?
What?
Valid thought.
But yeah, that.
I don't know. I've been vibing with that new album.
Oh, it's
I don't
good.
listen to the lyrics. I'm like, I can, well, okay, listen, here's the deal. I know the songs.
Yeah.
And I'll sing along to them.
Yeah.
But I'm not listening to the words and internalizing them. Like, I just barely listened to, like, Matilda. It was, like, internalizing the words. I was like, this is a really fucking sad song.
Yeah. It is sad.
And then what's the other one that makes me a little sad? I didn't see that.
Boyfriends.
I haven't internalized that one.
It's stuck in my head right now. Boyfriends is kind of.
Satellite's a sad one.
Yeah. I'm gonna go to my Spotify.
No, not you.
Harry's house. Little Freak. Yeah. I like Cinema. I like all the songs.
I like
Keep Driving, Daydream.
this one. It says Satellite is for the girls who are always there for others, waiting for their love to be returned. It's for the girls who get led on because they're painfully optimistic and think every person who gives them an ounce of love is their person. So the girls who are feeling stuck in their life, in routine, craving something different. It's for the girls who are just waiting for it to be their turn. I was like, oops. Really quick, can you watch this TikTok?
For Joe Biden.
This girl's so good.
Because of Michael Caine.
No, he quoted Hamilton.
Oh,
Did you see that?
Done and done.
You know the first time I ever heard of like the musical Hamilton was the Trisha Paytas, because they were on David Dobrik's his
before
vlog.
she was like, they all suck.
Yes. And
She's
I remember Trisha was just obsessed with Hamilton, and that's going. 3, 2, 1.
And we're back.
Not different location, but different day.
Same location, different day, different clothes.
Yes. For
The same podcast.
yes. Can we talk about what happened?
So Ashley and I were like, wow, we're having such a great conversation. And then Kirby went to go get coffee, came back, and was listening to us. And then like 5 minutes later, they're like, this isn't recording. And we just looked at each other like we were idiots.
So it was a storage issue. And speaking of storage issues, when we went to Austin, excuse me, sorry, and my camera kept running out of storage. Yeah, well that video isn't exporting, and it's giving me lots of trouble, and it makes me want to throw my laptop, yeah, across the room.
Which is weird because it lets you save.
I'm like, I don't know what's wrong with it. Replacement.
Have you uploaded it like the ones?
Yes, I've tried out every single one of them.
Chaos, no. Replace. I hate replace.
Anyways. And behind the camera, Kirby has been replaced. And George is here.
He doesn't want to say anything. He's waving. He played Minecraft.
He is. He's a little sad today because someone took over his cave.
He got sad.
He's very
Sorry,
sad.
George.
What can you do? Shrugging his shoulders. Well, anyways, getting back to the point. It's currently 12:30. And
We planned to meet at 11.
and I was like, can we push it back 30 minutes? Because I'm nowhere near ready.
And then I said yes, and then didn't leave my house until 11:30.
Yep.
So,
Now who's late?
in the future, whoever's listening to this in the future, and if we're going strong, and you're listening to this and we have assistants now, I just want to say thank you for keeping us on track.
Yes.
Because let me tell you, we are terrible with our time management.
We are. We're working on it. Slowly working on it.
I'm distracted by George playing Minecraft.
Yeah, I know. It's gonna make me nauseous. Fun fact, guys.
Motion sickness.
I get motion sickness by games.
Mine's Minecraft, and then like my uncle gave me his Dying Light 2 copy, and it has parkour, and it's like I've had to adjust the settings on it so many times I can't play my PS5 right now.
Battery.
That's a problem.
It is a problem because it's holding my ring light.
Oh no.
I'll just set it over there later. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, no, like back when I was 11, like I would play video games with my cousin. Like we'd play like Call of Duty and stuff like that. And I would get nauseous, and I just thought it was like because of the stuff I was eating.
Yeah. You're like, huh? I haven't eaten since yesterday, but I must be nauseous because of that.
Like it was so weird. And so I realized after the third time sitting down and playing Call of Duty, and I realized it wasn't because of what I was eating. I was like, oh, games just make me nauseous then. And like, I tried to get into playing Minecraft because American 3 were like playing it so much. I couldn't because I would like be sitting down and I just get nauseous. And even with George, like I like want to play video games with him, but I can only do it for a certain amount of times because then I'm like, I can't look at the screen anymore. Let's see, where did we end off last time? Talking about hairstyles. Okay, so where we last left off was
Chaos.
what? Oh my! Sorry guys, give me 1 second. I have to charge my laptop.
I might sound less congested than last time.
You what?
That's exciting. I might sound less congested than last time.
That's good.
Ear still feels a little stuffy.
That's good.
That's not good, actually.
Oh wait, but we feel less congested than the last time, so that's great.
It is great.
Get off! Don't yell at me. He's going back into his box.
Like, I'm going home.
He's very grumpy. He likes to talk back.
He does.
Okay. Anyways, let's get back to talking about the Harry Styles podcast.
Hairstyles podcast.
I was like, why is she so confused? I was like, oh shit. Album. That's the word.
Same
Album.
difference. Album, podcast, it's all the same thing.
He's singing. We're talking.
I told Ashley how one of my friends from work invited me to go see his concert in September. So excited. So excited. I'm gonna see the Wallows in July. Hannah was like, you know, the Gorillaz concert is 2 years after that. I'm like, you buying the tickets? Cause so far the only tickets I paid for was the Wallows.
Yeah. And then you went to a concert I don't know if we talked about it last time.
No, we didn't. It was really fun. I had a good time. There was like one more song she played. Her encore song was like a breakup song. And I cried.
Yeah.
I was like, damn. It was good. I was like, damn, I relate to this. And then I looked over in the corner over here, and then there's like the venue like was like a like kind of like a
was it in
warehouse.
Austin?
I don't know. It was by 6th Street. That's all I know. Their gear got stolen.
Oh, nice.
It was very nice. But so it was like kind of like a warehouse setting where it was like the stage, and then it was like the floor, and there was a bar behind us, and then like you could go upstairs and like stand on top, and then there was this couple that was like, the girl was a little bit darker than me with curly hair, and then there was a dude that looked like one of my exes with curly hair, and I would look over and they looked so happy.
Oh, okay. Damn.
They looked so happy, and I was just like, and this song was playing, I was like, God damn it.
So you want another universe?
You know, literally. And I was like, okay, I guess in that multiverse they're happy. That's good, I guess. Good for them. But no, yeah, I've been chilling. Like, oh, I want to talk about what I talked about in therapy.
I don't even know this. What did you talk about?
No, like, we were
therapy?
just talking about, she was asking how I was doing, and then we were talking about, like, the lunch thing. And I was like, whatever, it's stupid. And she was like, but I'm glad that you, like,
That was Chaos getting out of his box. He's like, I'm done.
He's like, okay, I'm done being mad. But we were talking about how, like, I've always wanted to be like an influencer, but I'm like, that feels very selfish to want to do that. But also, like, I was talking to her about it, and then like I have all these things like I want to talk about. Like, we're talking about, I was like, what was it we're doing? We're talking about how like there's so much I have to say, like now where I'm at in my life, and
Yeah.
there's people that are in that similar area of like things like they want to say. We're talking about how like she runs like this group session for some of her clients, and they were talking about how like 3 of them are graduating and like going to college and everything, and they're like, well, do we keep them here? Do we just bring in new people? And she was like, well, I want to bring in new people because what's the point? Like, they're not in the same life stage anymore. Like, they're on to a different thing. So that's kind of like what this podcast is, you know? Like,
Yeah.
we're sitting here talking about, like, surface level. I was thinking surface level, I was thinking sub level.
You said sub, and I
I was
was
like-
subreddit.
No, talk about like surface level stuff, but at the same time, like, you know, like we talked about like my relationships, and we talked about like work and all this stuff. Like, we're at a stage in our life where like we're trying to figure ourselves out. And I think by doing the podcast and like talking, like there's people out there that like
Yeah.
there's something for everybody, basically.
Yes. 100%.
There was more I wanted to talk about, but I didn't write it down. I don't remember.
I honestly thought that conversation with your therapist about like them, like, you know, moving on to another part of it. I thought she was gonna ask if you wanted to do it.
No.
I thought that's where that conversation was going.
No, but
So I
we were
was
just
like-
talking about, because basically the conversation was like, well, I'm in this point in my life, like if I look back even like last year, like I was obviously in a different point in the year before that and before that, and like when you're in your 20s, like everything just moves so fast, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's like like life just starts hitting you. Like I'm gonna make a joke, but basically like from the beginning of my sentiency, which was like I was like 8.
Oh my god.
Well, technically it began earlier because my parents were
Yeah.
pregnant. So at like 5,
Yeah.
when I began receiving consciousness, to like now, like so much has happened in my life to where like I'm not the same person I was 5 years ago, and I'm probably not gonna be the same person next year. You know?
Yeah. No, I feel you. Like looking back, like I'll get like memories on like,
Yeah.
Google Photos and like Snapchat.
Yeah.
Like 3 years ago, like today, I just graduated high school. Graduated in 2019. Like I was in possibly like one of like the like worst moments, like darkest. I think darkest, deepest, darkest, whatever moments of my life.
Yeah.
Like that. I don't know, that I was experiencing. It was just, I had so many feelings that I was experiencing during that time period, and it's just like I look back now and I'm just like,
Yeah. You're like, how the hell did I get here?
yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy. Like going back to that, like when I was in high school, like I was telling my therapist, like I literally thought like I was gonna graduate, the credits gonna go, we're gonna roll. I literally thought the world was gonna end. We're gonna get hit by an asteroid and that was it. Like, we're done. Roll credits. I was like expecting like something like that to happen. Like everyone like claps and then like the director's like, all right, now cut. Like the Truman Show level stuff. But then like it didn't. And then the next day came, and I like the next day, and then I had a friend's birthday. You know, like all this stuff started happening, and then, you know, the fall of 2018 happened where I was in community college, and I felt like I was stuck at home. Like all of my friends went to college, and I stayed here to go to ACC because I didn't think I was gonna go to college. B, didn't care to go to college, and like, you know, like there were all these factors stacking up on like why I didn't go to like a 4-year university. And then I worked hard to go to like University of Houston to go be with my ex-boyfriend, like my high school boyfriend. And then I left because COVID, and then I didn't go back. So like a bunch of stuff has happened from like when I graduated high school to now, and like it's definitely helped me develop to who I am today. But it's still like I obviously still have growing to do. You know?
Yeah. I feel 100%. I can't help but to, I don't know, I feel like, sorry, I'm like thinking back to like what we were talking about last podcast, or not even last podcast, like the last half to like now. I just think it's fun. I don't know. Anyways, like, if we didn't take certain like steps in our life, like we wouldn't be in the same place that we're, and I like the same place that we are now.
Yeah.
And it kind of like blows my mind, and I like talk to George about it a lot. Like I tell him like if I like never worked at McDonald's or like I didn't like switch into his like stat class and like things like that. It's just, and if you didn't stay here, like I don't know, it's weird.
Like, it's funny, like, I was watching this movie, I was watching the movie I went to go see Martine, Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
Yeah.
I saw it again with my mom.
Really?
Yeah. I love that movie, dude. It's so good.
You know, ever since after you saw it, I've been hearing a lot more about it, like on TikTok and places like that.
Tell me because I brought it up.
Probably.
Phones are always
Yeah, 100%.
5G, guys. Not good for you.
I don't know anything about that. I just, it was like,
No, we were joking about that at work the other day. We're like, 5G's out to get you. It's not a joke. No, but like in the movie, like, they bring up the fact.
I'm sorry guys, hold on.
Back to the box.
Get back in your box, please. It stresses
Maybe
me
George
out.
should have just.
Oh no.
No, but in the movie, like, the whole point is like the mom made all these choices, right? Like you make all these choices in your life, and like that leads you to two different paths. And like I always think about like every time I get like existential, I think about like the multiverse and all that stuff. I'm like, wow, like I made this decision. Like what's happening in the universe where I made like
No,
this decision?
I literally think about that all the time.
I'm just like, what's she up to?
Oh my gosh.
No, but like then I think like, because the whole point is like it's a mom and daughter relationship. Like at the end of the day, like that's the point of the movie. In my opinion, that's the point. Like that's what I got from it. But the point is like the mom made all these choices to get where she's at. Like oh well, like what? Let's say because the storyline is the mom ran away with her boyfriend to America from China to be with him. You know, and then they get married and they buy a laundromat and then like it's kind of like okay, like it's kind of staying afloat type thing. Like by the time you get to the movie, like the husband wants a divorce. The laundromat, like they're trying to expand and they like might not be able to, like they're having to go to the IRS to help like with their taxes and stuff like that to figure out if they can even afford another one. The dad's living with them because I think the mom died, so like the dad came to go live with them because he was also, I think he's dying, like it's implied. And like all these things are happening, but like she's basically like from what the movie said about her was the product of all the bad decisions like that could have possibly happened. Like she's the product. Like there was a line in the movie that was like, oh well, every single version of you like. Or what did he say? He's like, you're the best version of yourself because you have the most potential. Like you didn't do anything with that. Like all the bad choices led to good outcomes. Like you're the product of every bad outcome that you could have made. And she was like, thanks, I guess. But yeah, like that's basically what the movie was like saying, right? Like she was a product of all these outcomes, like all these different versions of herself. Like there's a version where she's like a movie star. Like, because the actress, like, they even show, like, her on the carpet and everything. Because, like, the actress was, like, a popular star in, like, the 90s. Like, in all, like, like, with Jackie Chan and all those people. Like, she was in that. Like, in all those movies. Like, there's a version of her there where she never got married to the guy. And then there's a version of her that, like, you know, I don't remember the other version I'm forgetting. Like, just basically, like, there's all these other versions of herself. And, like the daughter is like also like has other versions of herself and she's able to like travel through the multiverse through these alternate versions of herself and she's killing every single version of her mom because that's not the one she's looking for. And then she finds her and I'm thinking like because there's universes where the daughter doesn't exist because like the mom never got with the dad, you know. And I'm thinking like what's going on in the universes where like my mom got the life she wanted or like my grandma got the life she wanted, like you know, like they weren't the product of like decisions that were made for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I get that. Like I always think about like where would I be if like I never got married? Like what would I be doing? Like would I actually still be in school? Like would I still be like living with my mom or like I'm gonna be like moved out and like things like that? Like it's
crazy to think about. Like I think about like okay, well like what would have happened if like my mom wasn't strong enough to leave my dad and like we ended up like staying in South Texas and my mom was miserable, you know? Like would we all be miserable? Like I know I would have done cotillions. I would have freaking oh my god, I can't even imagine myself like in a cotillion.
Isn't that where like correct me if I'm wrong, where you like bow or something like some shit like that? What is it?
I don't even know. I just know they have them down there. But like you dress them all white and like your dad takes you to the thing and
Yeah.
it's like an etiquette thing. It's like a whole freaking
Don't they
know.
like learn how to like properly bow or some shit? Something like
that's
that.
fair. But like stuff like that where it's just like I wonder like what my life would have looked like
If your
if
dad,
we stayed
yeah.
or like what would
Dad
have
was
happened.
still in the picture.
Yeah. Or like all these other factors, like I wonder like what would have happened. But like obviously like I can't really focus on that because like I'm in this version of myself.
Yeah.
So like
When you get too deep into it, you gotta remind
yeah, I'm
yourself.
like, oh hey, I'm still here. But like I don't know, like I even got like a tarot reading thing a couple days ago, and I can show you what she said because like I don't know, like I feel like now that like I got closure from the situation, my little whatever the fuck was happening. Like I'm finally able to be like, okay, well like now let's really focus on it. Like now let's really take the time to like what do I like to do? Because like I told you, like I found out that I like reading. I'm like starting to write again. Like I'm coding and I'm having a good time doing that. I want to get into like plants. Like I have all these hobbies I want to do. And I was thinking about it today because like I told you like I was at Lowe's with my family and I was like looking at all these plants. I was like I really want to get into like taking care of plants, like taking care of
Yeah.
food. And like I'm just gonna look up cotillion later. We'll look it up until like I'll note the thing. I'm sorry. But like I was thinking about it and I was like, because I miss being like spiritual, because I was really into like I was getting like really spiritual. I was like meditating. I was like looking into like being like really like hippy dippy type girl, right? Like getting into tarot, like getting into crystals, like oh what crystals can I wear like for this, or like stuff like that, where it's just like I'm mixing like reality and like my spiritual beliefs, because like I've always been like spiritual, I guess you can say, never religious, because like I grew up Catholic and that's a can of worms. But I don't like organized religion, but I still believe like something created us. Like I've had conversations with like Martina about this. I'm like, I don't like the idea that we just were coincidences. Like everything that led us here was like a coincidence. You know? Like that bothers me. He's like, but that's the point. I'm like, but I don't like that point.
Yeah, I like if I really start thinking about it, I go into like an existential crisis. Like I can't.
Mess.
Like I don't know, in my head it would make sense of like something.
Yeah. Like to me, like I have like for me to be able to keep moving, I have to believe that there's something higher than myself out there. Like I remember when I was like not a devout Catholic, but I was pretty like I really wanted to be a good Catholic for my dad, basically. Right? Like I did my communion. I was gonna get confirmed. Like I went to confessions. Like I did everything I was supposed to do to make him happy, but like I didn't agree with some of their views. Cause like I grew up here. Like I grew up like in a very liberal area, and like I feel like that kind of fueled my beliefs. And I don't know if that, like, again, that goes back to what we were saying earlier. Like, I really don't know if me being up here is the reason why I'm liberal. Like, because of, like, who my first ex-boyfriend was. Like, any of that had to do with who I am today. Because I don't know if I, like, would be a conservative if I lived there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know, because, like, it's a very conservative area. But, like, there was this theory, like, this story that, like, a short story somebody wrote a long time ago called The Egg. And it's basically the story about, like, this man dies. And he goes and meets God, but he's not in heaven. Like he wakes up, like he gets into a car accident with his family. He wakes up, and like it's just white, and there's a man there, and he's like, and the guy's like, hi, like nice to meet you, and the guy's like, where am I? Like, am I dead? He's like, yeah, you died. Just nonchalant. God's like, you're dead. Yeah, nothing to do about that now. And the guy's like, oh my God, like what about my family? What about my kids? He's like. God's like, don't worry about that. Like, your wife, like, she is sad, but, like, your marriage was failing. Like, so, like, a part of her, like, he was like, a part of her is relieved, but feels guilty for feeling that relief. But your marriage is basically over. Like, she's gonna be fine. Like, she'll get through it. Like, she's gonna be sad and everything because you were the father of her kids, but, like, she'll get through it. Your kids were young enough to, like, they're gonna be sad when they think about you, but they're not gonna remember you, so it's not gonna hurt as much for them, basically. So he's kind of like, like just like in a, like a nice way, I guess, is like you're gonna be forgotten, but like but then like he was talking about it and he's just like God's just like, or the guy's like, well, where, like, so am I going to heaven, am I going to hell, like who was right, like which religion was right? And God's like, a little bit of everything was right, you know, just a little bit, like it's all kind of mixed up, like there is really no heaven, no hell, but I do have to send you back. And he's like, send me back to what? Like, what? Like, I'm dead. And the guy's like, well, you're gonna go be a girl in like like 1600 China. Like, yeah. Yeah, and he was just like, what do you mean? He's like, well, that's your egg. Like, you're a fetus right now. Like, you're like me. You're every person that will be and every person that was. Because you need to learn how to be a god like me. And this is how you do it, by living through humanity. So it's basically saying that this is an egg, and I think about this a lot. I'm like, oh yeah, and it, like, I don't know, like I haven't really sat down and like digested it because I was like 16 when I read that, and I was like, what? Yeah. But like I like that story a lot, and it brings me comfort, honestly, to think that like we're all the same, and like it's just like a learning experience to be like in life, and like that one day, like. Who's to say, like, I'll be like a celestial, like we'll all be like a celestial being, like, or that's what we are, you know? Like that brings me comfort in a weird way, because then like it really like puts in perspective, like none of this really fucking matters. Like your worries, like it really doesn't matter. It does bother me though. I'm like, Ashley and me, and I'm Ashley. But like I don't know, it brings me comfort.
I can read that.
I can send it to you. I need to find it.
Please do. So I have 3 books that I've bought and haven't read. I mean, I told you this yesterday.
Yes,
Because I
you did.
found one, like in my room. I was like, oh shit. And I was like, why is this chewed up? And I was like, oh, this is the book that Sandy chewed up. It was new. I bought it from Target, and I was like,
She was
"Here,
so
look."
excited to read it to you.
Yeah.
So excited.
But yeah.
Sandy, do you like to read? She's out. She's done.
Passed out. She's sleepy.
So yeah, it's going. A form of law, especially one that which debutantes, yeah. This is basically what I would have done.
Oh, that looks exciting.
Not for me. Not for me.
Looks like a whole bunch of awkward prepubescent kids.
Well, like, my older stepsister did it at like 16, 17. Just gonna send this whole thing to you. I sent it to Amy.
Oh no, we don't need a repeat of
No,
what happened.
I do not. No, but yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm trying to be more like spiritual and get back into that aspect of my life, and like, I don't know. Like, I feel like I focus so much on like, okay, well, like, how can I fix it? Like, where can I start so like I can have money and pay off my stuff, or like do this or do that,
Yeah.
whatever. And I'm just like, okay, like today I was thinking, I was like, well, let me just start by like taking your plants, like. Right, like the whole point of chakras is like there's a root chakra, there's like all these different chakras, and you kind of have to like balance them out one by one. And if I start by like grounding myself with like plants, for example, like building roots and like doing stuff like that, like I can get myself rooted and grounded in the present moment.
Yeah.
That's what I thought today. I don't know, just some random like half awake thought I had.
You definitely have more like in-depth thinking than I do. I'm very much just surface level. Like I want to get back into things that I used to like doing, like reading.
Yeah.
And like whenever I had to take care of my mother-in-law's house, like when we were staying there while they were in Houston, like I had a blast like watering the plants. And I know it's a lot more than watering plants, but like I see all these gardening TikToks.
Yeah.
Like
I want to do that.
comfort and like it would make like a home really feel like a home. And like baking and cooking, and like I enjoy like cooking and like things like that. And I used to like bake a lot back in high school, and it's just like a matter of like how and when I get back into it.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. It's not that something's stopping me. I think I don't know why I can't like just pick up a book and read.
No, literally, I was thinking the same thing, and then I realized like I spend so much time on my phone.
Yeah. I was thinking about it yesterday. I was like, what if I just turn off my phone?
No, literally, I was like, what if I just put it down for like 15 minutes? Like, I am almost done with the last book of the series I'm reading. It took me a month to read all 4 of them. Like,
I haven't even read the 3 books.
I soak up books like a freaking sponge. I love reading. I had like 4, I was like on Wattpad. Like, I would write stories on Wattpad. Like, other than the stupid fan fiction. Other than that, like, I had like so many different story ideas. Like, I was looking through my old Wattpad and I was like, oh, like there's that one I had, and then like I've always wanted to get into planting and gardening and all that stuff, and I felt like I was so focused on like trying to get it right that like there's such a trial and error stuff to everything that you do that like I don't want to go through that. I just want to like know how to do it.
Yeah, I want to be able to do something and just do it right without having to go through like the frustrations.
The process, like, I don't want to do that. Like, I just want to know how to do it and like be good at it. And if I'm not good at it, I won't do it.
Like, I give up halfway because I'm usually just,
I don't even like. I'll think about it and then I start it and I'm like, I'm bad.
Yeah.
And then drop it.
I'm just like, this is whatever. That's the next one.
Yeah.
Like, I've never really been able to finish anything that I've started, and
it bothers me. Like, I don't want to be like that. You know what I mean?
like I 100% get it, and I think. Like, back to the Wattpad thing, like, I also had like lots of stories, and like thinking about it, like they're all sad.
That's how mine works.
Both very sad individuals.
That's
when we were
why this
younger.
podcast works.
Yeah, but it's just like kind of like thinking about it. It's just like for the longest time, it was just like like having to like have like depression for so long, like it's like weird.
Yeah.
Like not to like not have it, but like
Yeah.
it was almost like who would I be if I wasn't like sad? Does that make sense?
I wrote a lot of my stories on relationships that would never work out. Like, I feel like I'm gonna cry. My eyes feel like they're watering, and I'm like, I'm not
It's your
sad.
allergies.
Guys,
That's what
my
it is.
allergies. I'm allergic to cats. I haven't got allergic to him at all,
Interesting.
and I think it's because he hasn't scratched or bit me.
That's very true. He's not a mean cat at all. He's just whiny.
Yeah. Yeah, no, cause like my other friend's cat, like he'll scratch me, and I've shown you the pictures. Like they look like 5 mosquitoes bit me in the same spot.
Well, that's why I realized that he does. Like if you get to like play with him, he'll
Yeah.
scratch you.
But I usually just
Yeah.
hold him and force him to be in my arms like a baby.
Yeah, no, he's not mean. Like he
Maybe
won't.
that's why my allergies have been acting up though, like my nose and everything.
Probably. Yeah.
'Cause
Like he
I-
won't swat you away. Like
No, but like because of like the dander and everything.
he's
That's why I've been
sneaky
congested.
boy.
No, like because of his fur, because I'm allergic to cats. You know what I mean? Like I think it's because I like to hold. I don't know. Whatever.
You just can't resist.
I can't. I like to hurt myself. Maybe that's why I've been like, because I'm like, what the hell's wrong with me? I'm like, oh, I have been sitting outside. I've been coming over here every week.
Oh no.
That's funny. What the heck? Oh, I didn't know those were in there. What do you play?
No, I can't stop looking.
I'm invested.
Me too.
Good job, George.
Is this your new cave? Good.
Some fights.
He's very upset.
What was that?
Relationship, like books.
Oh, yeah. I had to distract myself. No, like there was a one story I had where like this girl moves in next to these twin brothers. Yeah, and she like has a thing with one of them, but wants to be like the best friend. Like they kind of grow up together, and like it just doesn't work. And like they both love her, but she's closer with one in like a friend way, but then like romantic way with the other, and the other one like it's just like messy. I was writing very messy and complex stories when I was 16. Maybe that has to do with the trial, who's to say?
Mine were just really sad, and like there was one book I wrote like specifically. It would like I used to hate those books on Wattpad where like the chapters would be like a sentence or two. Like I hated them.
That was mine.
No, yeah, and then I got really into them, and that's how mine started off.
Yeah.
Like not mine, like one of the ones. Like I guess the last one I really did, like really like worked on. I forgot about it, and I just it's
No, literally, the reason why mine ended the way it did, like my fan fiction I wrote, was because I forgot about it for a year, and then I realized I needed to wrap it up. And here's the thing, like when I write stories now, like I started one the other day that was kind of based on like Horizon Zero Dawn, but also kind of based on what I'm reading right now. It's like a little bit of everything, and I just kind of like type it out. Like I just kind of like let the words just flow out on the page. I'm like, okay, like I just will look at it later, or like not look at it at all. Because I don't like reading the stuff I write. I'm like, oh, that's kind of cringe. But
yeah.
you know, like, but like when I was writing the one I was like writing, like I was just like, I don't remember half the last chapter. I didn't want to look at the stuff I would write. So I just kind of like make shit up as I was going, and then post it and be like, okay, that's done.
Like I wouldn't, yeah, like
But I
I wouldn't
wouldn't touch it
write a
for
draft either. Like I would just
I
like
wouldn't draft
what I
it.
wrote was the same.
Yeah.
Was what I was gonna post.
Yeah, like literally, I remember at one point I wrote about like the girl getting kidnapped, and then the next chapter they're at prom and nothing happened. Like,
Damn. No. So picking my writing chapters. So I realized like just sitting here thinking about it, like. So I used to like be like good at like writing. Like I at least. But like
I was an author. Yeah, a prodigy, if you will.
But it was like, but anyway, so like writing, like if I thought too hard about it, I would lose everything.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't be able to write anymore,
Yeah.
and like that carried on to like me writing essays. Like if I couldn't like think of like what I wanted to write, I would just not.
Yeah, I was just no, literally, that's how I was, and that's how I was with homework. Like if I wasn't done in my class,
Yeah.
I didn't start it, it wasn't getting done. I hated brainstorming. I hated like trying to write drafts and then having to go back and fix myself. I hated it.
It was just the process of like getting what's in my brain out.
It's so frustrating.
Because I fucking lose it, and like if I don't write it down like then and there.
That's
like,
why
it's-
like I have such a hard time journaling. Cause like I want to journal because I know it's gonna help me, but like it's the fact that like I feel like my brain works 10 times faster than like what I can write
It's
down.
just gone. Yeah.
It got to the point where I had like when I was like getting like in a really bad place mentally, I had to do voice memos, and then I would just delete them so they were gone. Like the thought was just gone.
Not bad.
Yeah, like there was a couple times where I was like frustrated with like my sister, or like I don't know why I said it, but my sister. Because I was gonna say my sisters, and I realized what I said, so I had to backtrack. With my sister. Where I'd get frustrated with my sister or like my sibling or like my mom, and like I would just like get so frustrated and pent up, like, and I have such a bad habit of just like bottling everything I feel.
Me too.
That I just like it explodes. And everyone's like, "What the hell is wrong with her?"
Yeah. And that's kind of what happened the other day whenever we were, well, when I was like upset at work. It was just like one thing kind of led to another, and it just kind of spiraled.
Yeah.
So it was just,
Yeah. Yeah. We all thought like someone died or something. We're like, oh, shit. Because like I feel like you're pretty good about not.
I just don't think about it.
Yeah. Like me and Skylar will definitely let our emotions loose at work, whereas you're just like,
I bottle that stuff in. Like I get very frustrated at work.
I try not to bottle it anymore because it doesn't affect me, but I'm just trying to find like healthier ways of not bottling it instead of just spewing how I feel everywhere, because that's not good either. You know, I'm trying to find the balance with it.
Yeah, no, me too. Cause like something will bother me at work, and I'll like it'll stay with me for like weeks, and then I'm over it because I forget about it.
You're like, okay.
Yeah, moving on to the next one.
Yeah.
Let me make sure we're still recording.
I know, I was thinking about that, I was like, oh shit. Please, tell me.
Yes, we are.
Okay, cool.
Sorry, guys. Anyways.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I just really, like, was talking, going back to my therapist conversation, I just really want to, like, get how I feel out in the world so that people, I'm like, okay, you guys aren't alone. Like, I feel like this, and, like, build a community off that. Like, even if it's by myself, like, on TikTok, whatever. Right?
Yeah.
And then, like, with you, and, like, I have all these things going. Like, I want to, like, have a lot of projects going. So I can be like, hey, like, I'm putting something out. Like, I'm putting myself out in their world. But it, like, feels so selfish to do that. You know what I mean? Be like, okay, well, I want to do this for me. Like, just to, like, say how I feel. But then it feels like, I don't know how to explain
But it's
it.
an outlet.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's an outlet. Like, what works for you is not going to work for everyone else. And it's just
Yeah. I think I'm just scared to get hated on.
fair enough. I honestly feel like if we ever get hate comments, I'm just not going to look at the comments. And, like, I feel
I will
like it's easier
stop reading
said
the comments. I
than
just won't.
done.
Oh, 100%. I would definitely be like, what a bitch. What a bitch.
I 100% know it's easier said than done, but I just tend to forget to look at things.
Yeah.
And I just feel like I'm hoping it's gonna be one of those things.
No,
but, like,
literally. Yeah. I don't know.
but that's the thing. Like hate comments are always just gonna be
They're not gonna be
inevitable.
there.
They're
Yeah.
inevitable.
Yeah.
You can't.
I just like really want like I've been trying to treat because I deleted Snapchat like right after the breakup, right? So like I haven't been on Snapchat anything. Like I haven't touched it. I haven't been on Snapchat or Twitter. Those are the two like I just refuse to touch now. Because like Snapchat, like not only like I don't know, I just kind of didn't want to see the stuff, but also like I was so addicted to it, and I really wanted to take myself off of social media and just kind of like figure out what the fuck happened in my life, right? Because
Yeah.
like it got better and then like shambles again.
Yeah.
Because I got COVID and then all this stuff happened and then like it kind of like spiraled out for me.
No, I feel that literally. I don't remember why I turned off my notification for Instagram, but I just did one day, and I hardly ever touch Instagram.
I still
Like,
get
I forget
on
it's
there. I get on there and then like I post a lot of stuff on my like Instagram story, like political stuff, because I'm
Yeah.
a very social media activist. You
Yeah.
know? And I want to be better about that. Like I do want to like do stuff and help and like make a difference in the world. Like I'm so done with the way shit's running right now. But
Making my appearance. Bring him over here. Hi. Chaos! Guys, this is my cat. I don't know if you guys ever, in that one video, when I had to use his picture. He's sitting at his suitcase. This is Chaos, guys.
he's not having it.
He's going to.
I like his little toes. He doesn't like me touching them. She's like, tell her to stop.
He's too.
I like how he does that. No, but so like I don't have Snapchat or Twitter anymore. And Twitter, like, it's just so volatile there. Like, I don't.
So angry, like leave.
Like, I don't have Twitter. It's too volatile for me anymore. Like, I just don't. Like,
Yeah.
I get my news from, like, one YouTuber, and that's it. And then, but, like, I've been really trying to treat, like, TikTok the way I would treat Snapchat. Because I would post a lot of my story and send stuff to my friends. I'm like, that would have been a good TikTok. Like, that would have been good to share with people. Be like, how annoyed I was about, like, some stupid thing that happened. But, yeah.
I definitely want. Okay, so I realized that. Okay, let's backtrack it. So I've always like edited stuff from like the time I was like 13, 14.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to say the word creative, but like, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
Because
come on,
I
that
don't
is, like-
consider myself very creative nowadays because I hate doing anything like artistic. But like
Yeah.
I used to like edit, like I had a fan account, like I was running it and it was like going good for some time. It was only popular, but like
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I would make fan edits and like I wanted to get into like video edits, but it was too much apps for me to download and
Oh,
like
yeah, no.
money I would have to spend. But I always like edited. I always like wrote and like going and like editing the Austin vlog. I don't know if it's ever gonna go up. Like I mean,
I hope it goes up.
it needs to go up, but it's just like I went having to like re-edit everything. I'll most likely do it, but it's just like I'm a little disappointed it didn't go up. But like besides the point, editing that vlog made me realize how much I like editing.
Yeah.
Because I thought it was really funny. Like all the little
I like
edits.
that. Like my favorite, like you were sending me stuff, and then like when my brain stopped working because I forgot pause of the day, or like that stuff like that. Like it was really good how you were able to like put all that together. Like I
Yeah.
would have never been able to figure out. Be like, okay, well, like I guess that would go there, but like I don't know how to do it.
Like cutting things, like just like things. I had so much fun editing that vlog, and I feel like if I were to like pick up like vlogging or something like that, I feel like I would really enjoy it.
Yeah.
Because I had a blast like editing, like just doing it,
Yeah.
and like maybe it's just another one of my hobbies I could hopefully get into.
Yeah. Like I just realized like. That's when I like came to the conclusion today. I was like, oh, like all these things I like to do, those are hobbies. Because I have never like had time to like really think about like, oh, like what do I like to do as a hobby? Like what do I want to do? Because like when I was in school, like I never gave myself time to do homework, so I never like had free time.
Yeah.
Or like I would make free time and I'd immediately go watch YouTube or something.
Yeah.
You know. So like instead of like trying to figure out what I'd like I feel like it's so weird to say, but I feel like my entire life has been spent like in survival mode, and I'm finally coming out of that.
Mm-hmm.
So like now I'm like, oh okay, well like I like reading, so I can read more. Like I've been reading outside for like an hour a day every day.
I need to do that.
I mean, I probably shouldn't have because I'm allergic.
There's a tree over there.
Yeah.
You're allergic to outside.
I said that at work. They're like, what? And I'm like, I'm allergic to being outside. Yes, I said that. Like, I literally, like, when I was a kid, my mom, because we moved up here, like, my allergies were so bad. Like, I was getting nosebleeds, like, every day.
You know what I heard on TikTok? I don't know if this is true or not, guys, but like, they use honey as an example. I don't know if it's just specifically honey, but like, locally, like, not grown honey, but
Yeah.
you know, like
Yeah,
locally,
sourced.
locally sourced honey. Like, if you do that, like if like here in this area, like if you get honey from like here in this area, like it could help your allergies.
I should probably start doing that. Like, I've been starting to drink tea and stuff.
Oh yeah,
I'm
they
becoming
should
an old
definitely do
woman.
it. I know it has what is it called? A food market? What is it called? Farmers market. I don't know if like other places do, but I'm sure Austin.
I know, like, Austin.
Oh, of course.
Duh.
Austin. Yeah.
I can go to Trader Joe's, probably buy like 50 different types of honey.
Yeah, I know HEB has like a little section
Oh, yeah.
that has like
Yeah, I can
locally.
find. But yeah. No, like I literally, when I was a kid, we did like allergy tests because of how bad my allergies. We had to remove the carpet in my room.
I remember you
Yeah.
saying that. Yeah.
So like they had to like do it all, like in little sections of like different like, so like this would be trees, and then there was grass, and then there was like just like miscellaneous stuff like animals, stuff like that. And like I had to obviously be in there when they like did it in case like I had a really bad like wouldn't anaphylactic shock. But like my arms, like they did it, and I was sitting there because I couldn't touch it. Like I could not itch. And I was sitting there, I was like, I feel itchy everywhere. And then they're like, don't itch your arms, and I was like, but like when they were, and they also did it on my back too, to get samples and everything. But like it was like big spots everywhere on everything. Like I'm gonna fall.
Oh, sorry.
Kale's almost rolled off the coffee table. Oh, he's gonna wake her up.
He's gonna stand on my laptop. Doesn't. What an asshole, dude. Leave her alone.
I'm gonna
Fine.
bother you.
Okay, continue. Sorry.
No, you're fine. No, but like, I'm allergic to elm trees, pine trees, different types of grass, like, all kinds of stuff. Like, I should not be sitting outside for more than like 20 minutes.
Now that it's, listen, I used to hate summertime because I would always stay inside.
It was hot.
Yeah, and I was a very depressed teenager, so I preferred being just inside, and I liked winter because I liked bundling up. And don't get me wrong, I still love bundling up and like hoodies and like stuff like that. And I love it, but I don't know. There is like a flip or a switch like flipped, and I love summer. Like this year, I want to go swimming all the time. I
all
haven't
the
gone
time.
swimming in a whole week. And
George, did you hear that? You can take her swimming today.
yeah.
He's asleep.
Asleep. Anyways, I need to go swimming soon because I just want to be in the water, and like just the thought of like reading a book like out here like in this tree over here, like it sounds like perfect.
so
or like
fun.
hanging at Zilko Park, like the one time we did go to Zilko Park, that was a fail.
And we could literally go and like play volleyball sometime this week at
Yeah.
Zilker.
I just want to go swimming.
I know you want to go.
All I want to do. God, we
Or,
have to
like,
go swimming.
But like we could go play because like Zilker Park has like the volleyball. That's people go play volleyball.
We can. We haven't played volleyball in like
Yeah.
it's
It's a
literally
summertime sport.
It is.
But yeah, no, I really want to get good at volleyball. Like I just like there's so much stuff I want to do, and I'm just like, oh, like I can actually do that. Like I can actually sit, like do the things I want to do if I get off my phone.
Literally, lately I feel like I haven't. Yes, I'm on TikTok a lot, but I don't. Like I haven't been on Snapchat as much as I usually am, but it's just like
I just like I don't see the point in it anymore.
yeah.
Like I feel like there's this.
So Snapchat influencers.
That's not a thing. It's not a thing.
I'm like look through the stories stuff. I'm like really bored. I'm just like, what the fuck is this shit? Like,
But like,
sorry.
I feel like there's this myth that like you have to be like on everything in order to be like some kind of influencer. But like, thanks.
yeah. I feel like we could make it work. Like 100%. Like, I definitely don't foresee myself like making my Instagram public.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because it's something for me.
Yeah.
And I want to keep it for me. And like same with TikTok maybe. I don't know.
I'll just send you TikToks.
Yeah.
You're just like, haha.
Literally. But like
I feel like one of us has to be like a little bit more out there than the other.
I feel like,
But,
you would
I
be
don't
more
mind.
out there on like Instagram.
Yeah. I don't mind. And look at my shit. I do so many
Exactly.
things. I'm so cute.
I feel like I don't know.
I was like, I'm so cute. I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like we could make it work.
I think so. Like, I don't mind being the person that goes to the events and everything. Like, that's what I want.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'll definitely go to events, but
I'm
it's
like, you're
just
coming with me this time, Ashley.
I don't
Alina,
wanna
you're coming with me
be,
this
like-
time.
I don't want to be like extensively traveling as to like where I'm never home because I don't.
Yeah.
Like I'm very much like a home body.
Yeah, like, I don't know, like, my big thing right now is figuring out if I want to live, like buy land. Like, if we ever, like, fingers crossed, like, we get big enough to where, like, we can afford, like, to buy land and, like, build it. Like, because I do, like, I was thinking about it today. I was like, it'd be so much fun to, like, have land, grow my own food, like, do, like, that.
I definitely think like living like in the city for like a few years would be like nice because you have everything around you.
Yeah.
And like that's what I wanted because I lived so far out for so like literally 20 years of my life. Like I didn't live close to like anything.
And even
really.
now you live farther.
Yeah. And it's well, technically I'm more in the city than I was like growing up. Like city. I mean
Yeah.
I live in the town, but it's just like
That's true.
Dollar General's like right down
there.
the street. Like
Like,
when I
it's
lived with
not,
my
you're not
parents,
going out
yeah.
of your way to, like, go
Exactly.
places now.
But like now that I've kind of like grown out of that phase, I want to be just like secluded.
Yeah.
Like, it sounds like the dream. Like no one's bothering you. Like you're not bothering anyone.
Yeah.
And like
And I feel like honestly, like for me, if I were to like be able to be like that, the girl that did the van life thing, she bought land and her house is so cute now, and she's like wanting to grow.
Really?
Yeah, it's so cute.
and like I also like when I buy land, I don't want to make like this big. Giant
I don't
like
want a
I
big
want something
house.
like cozy and
Yeah.
small and like
Something homey.
yeah.
Like something that I'm like, okay, well, like I like her house. It's literally like I can show you like her video that she did on or like later. But it's like a little small place. Like there's like you come in and there's like a bathroom right there, and then there's like a shower and everything because it's like one like kind of like a studio technically with like a one bathroom. Because like there's like an upstairs, but it's just like a loft.
Yeah.
In her room. Like
And like
that's it.
I've showed you, like I want to start out with a tiny home,
Yeah.
and just kind of expand,
Yeah.
a little bit from
Yeah.
there. And I feel like
Listen, as long as I can play Sims, I don't care what I do. I can live in a box. I just want to play Sims again.
a box that requires electricity.
That's it. I go live by a Starbucks and that's fine. Yes,
Yeah.
I'm wearing 2 different socks. Leave me alone.
At least there's like basic.
I had to keep the theme.
Yeah. You should have worn your Spider-Man or Spider-Man shirt. No.
That's what I'm doing when I go home. I'm trying to
That's
go home.
there's a load in the laundry, a load in the washer. I think it's stuck, but I'll worry about that a little later. But yeah,
It's exciting. It is. Yeah, I don't know. I'm really enjoying my cleaning classes. I made a whole website. If you're coming here from my website,
you need to make a website.
I 100% will. It's so much fun. I was like thinking of all the stuff I can do because like I could go live in like Silicon Valley and like be like making 6 figures doing that, or like I could invest like that skill that I made into this. That's like when I like started it and I realized like because like something they said was along the lines of like, oh well, don't think of it as like math and science and like all like the stuff like that you can't do. Like one of the guys, my professor's like, I'm not good at math. I suck at math. He's like, but I'm like making 6 figures. I'm a doctor. He has his doctorate degree, and he's like, think of it as like a creative thing. And I'm like, oh, I
Keep going.
think of myself as a fairly creative person. Oh, he's going. I thought you were gonna just.
Okay, yes, it's still going.
Okay. No, but I was like, I think of myself as like a fairly creative person. Like I made the thing for this. Like I made my vlog channel one. Like
I think you should make a website for us. And we can put like different, not like just, I don't know. I think it'd be fun to like do like photos and like of us, of like Yuka.
I know. I
Sandy.
really want to do like like I was talking to. I think I was talking to my therapist about it, and I was talking about how I want to do a website, but like a website that's mine, and then I can branch off and like that's like my hub thing, right? And so like I can put like blogs and stuff like that, like just stuff I want to write down, like short stories, like all kinds of stuff. Like like everything I want to do, I can centralize it into that website, basically, like organize it into that.
That sounds like a great idea.
And then I could also like make a website for us that like links in there. Like I can do
Yeah.
like so much stuff. Like I'm learning how to do so much, and I'm having so much fun. It's such a good time.
Like,
I know. I'm having such a it's so fun. I'm having such a great time doing it, honestly. I'm so glad I like decided to do that. And I was like, if I can impress my professors and everything, like I have like a solid set job. Like I'm not as stressed and worried about my future. And part of me scared that I only feel like this because it's like summertime and I don't get seasonal, like I feel like I get seasonal depression and it gets really bad in the winter.
yeah.
Like I go into like this spiral and then like I come out of it like when spring comes up, and that worries me that like it's gonna happen again.
It's just a matter of just keeping everything up and continuing to do the things we do. But again, easier said than done. So we would just have to wait.
We're not gonna stress out about that right now.
Exactly. We're gonna live in the moment.
Yes.
Something that I
That's our goal.
yeah, living in the moment.
I feel like I've gotten better about it, honestly. I feel like you just kind of gotta shut your brain off, which is easier said than done, but yeah. What else?
My brain I feel like I've gotten every thought out now.
I know. My brain is content.
Yeah, my brain is empty once again.
I'm the big empty brain. I'm too focused on George.
Me too. I've been focusing on that for a long time. I think this whole,
This feels like a good episode.
yeah, it's gonna be weird.
Very long. You can even
But-
cut it into two.
We should just do this one. It'll give George something to listen to while he's at work.
Oh, George, actually, I'll ask him afterwards and he can answer correctly.
All right. Well, I think we're done, guys.
Thanks for tuning in this week. If you listen to this whole episode, if you're watching the YouTube channel, say potato.
Yes. Please, yeah. Anyways, my thought is gone.
Alrighty, well, that was this week's episode of, I almost said 2 hot takes.
Zoned out. I almost said 20 something. I'm zoned out, guys. Thank you for listening
We
to
are
this week's
pretty zoned
episode.
out.
Yes. Thank you for listening to this week's episode.
And we'll talk to you next time. Bye.
Check back in for our YouTube video.
Yes.
I need like a clip.